Hello everybody and welcome back to SCR11 Universe. My name is Jitch and we are here on SmackDown, kicking things off with a Contenders match. The Rock has been given the honors of being in a Contenders match. Oh! Okay. Not what I was expecting. The Rock has been given the honors of competing in a Contenders match for the Intercontinental title. The winner of this match would go on to face The Miz for the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules, and it looks like Goldust really wants that Intercontinental title shot, because that was definitely not what I thought this match was going to start like at all. Teddy Long has been kind of backed into a corner where he needs to find a contender for the Intercontinental title. He needs someone to face The Miz for the IC title at Extreme Rules, and he has decided that he's just going to get that over with tonight by giving The Rock an opportunity against Goldust. Of course, Goldust, a rather highly ranked superstar on the Intercontinental Championship rankings, whilst The Rock is just someone who has shown a lot of potential, has already competed for the World Heavyweight Championship before, just maybe wasn't ready yet. He just needs to go for something a little lower, so here he is now going for the Intercontinental title, perhaps. This could be a really tough challenge for The Miz come Extreme Rules. Gotta say, Goldust's pre-match attack doesn't seem to have worked out too well. The Rock's still got a hell of a lot of fight in him. What can you expect tonight, though? Well, interestingly enough, we have got quite a bit on our hands tonight. Teddy Long has forced the WWE Tag Team Champions into a title defense tonight. He says that if The Miz wants to keep carrying on 2 titles, he's going to have to defend 1 title on SmackDown quite regularly and 1 at a pay-per-view quite regularly to keep in line with the rules of both. So the WWE Tag Team Champions will have to defend tonight, and then he will defend the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules. Yeah, I wouldn't waste time doing that if I were you, Rock. Goldust really wants that IC title opportunity, it's very clear. The Miz is the longest reigning champion in this series' history with that Intercontinental title. He has held it for all of about 5 months so far, I believe, since the very beginning of November through to April. So yes, about 5 months that The Miz has been Intercontinental champion. He has held it for longer. A lot of title changes have happened in between when The Miz first won the title and the day that he is still currently holding that title, and he will get to defend it at Extreme Rules against one of these 2 guys. But later on tonight, just before our main event, he is going to defend the Tag Team Championships alongside The Big Show, and that should be a very interesting match. They have not been told who they'll be defending against. Obviously it will be a new coming team from Raw, as there are no former teams from SmackDown on SmackDown still coming out of the draft. But they are being made to defend those here and now tonight.
And the boot connects with the abdomen. Goldust counters.
Ow, hard kick to the ribs.
Rock from behind.
An incredible series of moves there. Nobody's budging an inch in this one.
What a sensational maneuver.
Uh-oh. It's not looking good for Goldust. Coming off the ropes with the people's elbow. The most played out move in sports entertainment. And here's the pin. And The Rock is going to face The Miz for the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules. I completely forgot the name of the show. Should be a very interesting match. Not exactly what Goldust was hoping for, and he did everything in his power to try and make sure that it didn't happen, but it still happened. So I guess well done to The Rock. It's going to be a really tough opponent for The Miz. Rock's got a lot of fight in him. I think this kid's got a bright future. So up next, we've got exactly what I announced at the end of ECW. It was the match that had already set up -1. So instead of Michelle McCool, Layla, and Maryse, it's just Layla and Maryse. Okay, back on SmackDown. Layla. We're not going to get another attack, are we? I'm not hearing any announcing. Not another one, please, no. Oh, shit. People really need to start watching their backs on these shows, I tell you. Well, last week Maryse got a victory over Kelly very quickly, and it was through doing something just like this, and she seems to be at it once again, this time with Layla. Waste absolutely no time in making sure that she continues to be the only potential contender for the Divas Championship. And I guess it's working. Credit where due. That's 2 victories in a row. 1 over the champion and 1 over a top contender for the championship. Oh dear. Well, Maryse is victorious once again, and she actually brings her record a little closer to being even now. I think I said last week it was like, was it like 1-3? That was her first win. But there's now a second. She's now 2-3. 1 more victory, and she's got as many wins as she has losses. And from there, it's actually like, you know, onwards and upwards. So, you know, well done and all that. Great victory. Good. Well, that was an interesting little scene we just saw backstage. Looks like history is repeating itself.
Approaching the ring from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Let's not forget that it was, only like a month or 2 ago, in which, we saw The Miz do exactly what we just watched him do now, where he ran to the back and he looked all concerned and he tried to wake up Chris Jericho. We've seen that before, and last time it turned out that it was The Miz who was responsible for attacking Jericho with the Big Show and replacing Jericho as a tag team partner. So I'm not entirely sure I trust this concern of The Miz this time around, but someone has taken out the Big Show once again when they were due to defend the tag team titles on SmackDown. This is all seeming a little bit shady. I don't know what The Miz is up to, but he's got to defend those tag team titles with the Big Show tonight in the main event. So that's an interesting little situation on our hands. Anyway, focusing on the here and the now and what's happening right now, we've got a very interesting situation on our hands here on SmackDown, something that's never been done before. Stone Cold Steve Austin has declared that he has given himself a gauntlet that he is going to go through in the next few weeks, which is that he is going to, in his words, he is going to defeat every single champion in a non-title match in the coming weeks. He says he's going to start at the bottom with the Cruiserweight Champion. Next week he'll face the ECW Champion, Wade Barrett. Assuming, you know, he wins each one of these matches, he'll move on to the next one. He's going to face the ECW Champion, Wade Barrett. Then he's going to face one of the Tag Team Champions, then the other Tag Team Champion, then the Intercontinental Champion, and then the World Champion. And he says that when he beats every single champion, including the World Champion, he will have no deniable fact that he is the top contender for the world title. This is Stone Cold's idea of how you get to the top and get our championship opportunity. So he is setting himself a, that's a 6-match gauntlet, where every week he is going to try and pick up a victory over one champion, one after the other, starting with the Cruiserweight Champion, Zack Ryder, who has actually gone by the rules in this match. He hasn't attacked Stone Cold before the bell like we'd know Zack Ryder to do. I think that's just because he feels like he'd be a damn idiot to do that, but...
Oh my, just raw,
Jerry Lawler just said he loved SmackDown. We'll go listen to the commentary lines in SVR and SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, and you tell me that's a guy that loves SmackDown.
This young man, Zack Ryder, is in phenomenal condition. It looks like he hasn't had carbs since 2006.
Okay, what do you think Zack Ryder needs to do now?
We've got so many people gunning for Christian in the WWE Championship, but the thing is, by then, Christian may not even be the WWE Champion. Oh, and another important note that Stone Cold has thrown in is that if anybody wins a title in between the time in which he's already faced him, like say he beats Zack Ryder here tonight, and then in 2 weeks' time Zack Ryder drops the Cruiserweight Championship to someone. Yeah, Austin said that he's gonna quickly go back and beat that champion too. So decided that he's just going to go through every single champion that possibly stands in his way. So there's no argument, no, oh, you should be fighting for this title or this title. He wants it to be made very clear. He wants the WWE title, and the only way that he thinks he's going to get it is if he just goes ahead and beats every single guy they put in his way.
Luthez press, and look at Austin fire away. Telegraphed, and Ryder capitalizes.
Oh, Ryder, I would be very careful. Okay.
What's he up to here? Watch out here.
He's looking to put his opponent up.
Well, there you go, Ryder.
I've got a feeling that Sue's going to be on his diet for the foreseeable future. Get back in the ring.
Try running away from Austin. Austin hit him with a stunner on the outside.
This match can't continue like this for Zack Ryder. Ryder has to figure out a way to
That really drives me nuts.
Austin has the head.
I love the, like, smack to the back of the head and then the running bulldog, and I just can't do that in this game.
Ryder's in trouble.
There's the pin. Can his opponent
Guy's already suffered a stunner on the outside. No surprise there.
Wins. Stone Cold wins.
Austin was just kind of throwing around a limp body after that, I think. Well, there you go. There's a victory for Stone Cold.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin wasted absolutely no time in that match and in getting his first victory over his champion's gauntlet. So next week, assuming Zack Ryder doesn't lose the Cruiserweight title in a week, I believe he's going to challenge SmackDown's own ECW champion Wade Barrett. One-on-one, same place, same time. All in an effort to try and get his own opportunity at the WWE Championship. It's definitely a way to approach it. We'll see how well that works out, though. Oh boy. Teddy, listen, whatever they're saying, it's not true. You need to cancel the match. I didn't do it. Cancel the match. Listen, player, you made a fool out of me before. Teddy, I don't care. Cancel the damn match. I've had just about enough of you, Miz. Quit running your mouth and get your ass out there and defend the titles alone. If you don't, I'll fire your ass. I love the animations in this game. Well, The Miz has been told exactly what he's got to do.
Following handicap match is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing 231 pounds, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, The Miz.
Teddy Long showing signs that he is getting a little bit fed up with The Miz and his antics. He's told him, Miz pleads that he had nothing to do with the taking out of the Big Show, which I'm starting to believe now. He didn't have a replacement in mind like he did before. But he's been told that he's damn well going to go out there and defend them on his own this time. So, the tag team titles are on the line. Good luck.
And the opponent, Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston.
So the Altitude Alliance are going to be the opponents for The Miz. I guess in one respect, you know, at least he's not having to go against the DX. They are both former WWE champions. The only other tag team on SmackDown at that. But even still, I wouldn't want to be in the Miz's situation right now. 2-on-1. His tag team titles are hanging on basically if he can make it out of this match alive or not. think we might be seeing the end of the Miz's Tag Team Championship reign, to be honest. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure, and I can say this with almost 100% confidence, and that's that if anyone was responsible for taking out the Big Show, it definitely wasn't Kofi or Evan Bourne. Neither of those two seem like the kind of guys that would go and attack the one of the champions to make this match easier on themselves. That just doesn't seem right. I don't know who did take out the Big Show, but it definitely weren't these guys. And, I mean, it could have been DX. They could have been hoping they'd be the ones getting the tag title shot. It's hard to say who would have done that, but someone took out the Big Show.
He's on spaghetti legs now. What a punch! Oh!
I'll tell you what, this is not looking very favorable for the Miz already. He's a great competitor and everything, but 2-on-1. Well, it causes situations like this.
You've got to give the devil his due. He's good, but he knows it.
Kofi goes behind.
Evan Bourne managed to distract the Miz for just long enough.
With the knee.
What a kick that was.
Miz is undoubtedly a future WWE champion. He's a fantastic talent and a great addition to any roster. But the problem that we have is that he just can't seem to go by the rules. He just can't seem to face things head on. He's always got to try and find his own way around. He's a little bit like Zack Ryder in that respect, actually.
Watch Evan! Watch Evan!
I tell you, this is really, really not turning into the Miz's match very much, though.
The Miz escaped that one.
Evan Bourne just speed personified.
Oh, right on the chin. Call your friends. Let them know what's going on right now in this.
Not what I meant to do. There you go, that's what I meant to do.
The senton.
That didn't quite work out as I intended, but that was what I meant to do. I mean, in a way, I respect the fact that The Miz is still fighting this match and he isn't just going, you know what, take my damn tag titles, I'm still the Intercontinental Champion. It's kind of more of what I was expecting out of The Miz, so I'll give him credit in that respect.
Well, it looks like he's really focusing in on that back.
But, oh,
Uh-oh. Do you see who's
look who's making an appearance.
I like the looks of this.
There's the tag. Kingston. Trouble in paradise.
Wait a minute. What the? Big Show! I'm so confused. He didn't help him at all. And new tag team champions. Well, the plot thickens. What the hell just happened?
Either way, nobody has
Big Show has just stood by at ringside, having just lost his tag titles. Gotta get some more info on this. Looks like we're gonna get so much from the Big Show. That's right, Miz. I'm still standing. I didn't need that title, and I don't need you. You tried to make me out tried to take me out just like you did to Chris. And why? Because you're afraid, Miz. Afraid your own partner will take your title. Well, I damn well will, and I'm not in your shadow anymore. There's nobody left to protect you, Miz. So why don't we try it again, face to face, this time one-on... Oh. What the hell? That's Miz, Zack Ryder, and John Morrison attacking the Big Show. 3-on-1. I don't know what to make of this. Once again, the Miz has struck with a new partner, this time too. Unbelievable. Okay, so we're back on the screen now. Sorry about that. That was story design is awkward. I like to throw it in because it helps, but like I don't like it because A, I've got to read and I'm not going to get all super into character, and B, you can't make like crowd reactions and stuff. There's options for it, but I've never known it to make any noise. So yeah, that's an interesting little episode of SmackDown, wasn't it? Goldust has turned his back on the WWE fans, and his relationship with The Rock has gotten even worse. Layla and Maryse's relationship has gotten worse, and Kofi and Evan Bourne's friendship has gotten even stronger. Well, it should do. They're the tag team champions now. So, in the women's division, Maryse has now gone up to the second top rank. She's just got to beat Beth Phoenix if she wants to be the #1 contender, because Phoenix is actually the #1 contender for the Divas Championship still, based off of that. Mark Henry has gone up to 9. Why? I'm not sure. Oh, he's just replaced the Big Show for some reason. And R-Truth has gone down because he's taken Mark Henry's spot. I'm not sure what for. They didn't... No, oh, it might be from ECW thinking on it. Yeah. Didn't Mark Henry face R-Truth on SmackDown? Oh, I don't remember. And Stone Cold Steve Austin finds himself in the top 10, which is funny because he's not going for that title. The Rock is not even on that list, and he is the #1 contender, so what do we know? And nothing in that. So, as you can see, ShoMiz have been split. The Big Show is now cheer and enemies with The Miz. I kind of came up with the idea of aligning The Miz with Ryder and Morrison very last second. Originally it was going to be that the ShoMiz was just going to split, and Big Show was going to have like faked it the whole time because he just didn't want to be in Miz's shadow anymore. But there wasn't really a cutscene that fit that I could use, so I thought, well, we'll just roll with it. We'll just have The Miz form a group if I can find 2 people that fit him quite well. And obviously he used to team with John Morrison, and I think he could team with Ryder just fine. So I thought, well, that's a nice little trio right there. They'll be called the Misfits. I figure that's just a fitting name. I think that was used in one of the story I think it's WWE 12 they did that. Except I don't think John Morrison was in it. But I'll be sure to make them like a trio. And we'll see where the future goes. For the record, Kofi Kingston, yes, he is the tag team champion. And Evan Bourne, yes, he is the tag team champion. Obviously, that match wasn't for the championships in the game, but that is intended. So on Raw, we have got a preview of a one-on-one match between Tyson Kidd and William Regal. We've got Sheamus versus Cody Rhodes in a contenders match for the US title. Could that happen? I don't think we have a contender for Gabriel at the moment. I mean, I wanted Ziggler to go for the US title since he beat Gabriel, but I suppose we could have Sheamus versus Cody Rhodes in a contenders match, and then Ziggler could just go for it at a later date. I don't know. Michelle McCool versus Alicia Fox in a contenders match for the women's title. Well, that can't happen because Michelle McCool is the women's champion. So, probably just do some kind of multi-woman match as a contenders match for the women's title. Because although Tiny Shiny has been kicking ass, there hasn't actually been a contenders match yet. And Jack Swagger versus Edge in the main event. No. The main event will be Batista versus Edge in a contenders match for the WWE title. So we'll probably just have a line of contenders matches on Raw this week, I think. Celtic Cross will be very due a tag title defense soon enough. Probably before Extreme Rules, to be honest. Obviously, we can only fit 6 to 7 is what I aim for on the Extreme Rules card. And if we've got the Intercontinental title, the World Heavyweight title, the WWE title, both women's championships, you could probably squeeze one tag title on there, yeah. If I just make it a 6-match show, you could probably squeeze one tag title, maybe the Cruiserweight, maybe the Hardcore, something like that, I don't know. But that's a kind of a preview of what we've got at the moment. 2 more weeks left of SVR 11 Universe, and it will be coming your way next time. Bye.